Hello everybody, I'm Melissa and welcome back to Book Bar and welcome to another vlog. This vlog is my reading August releases vlog. This month has so many amazing releases that I know I said last month I was probably only going to read 4, but I ended up reading 5, and then this month there are 5 that come out like in the first like couple weeks and I'm just like, or I have arcs for, that I'm like, I need to read these now. Actually there's like 7, but so I will definitely be reading 5 for this vlog. Don't know what 5 yet, but you will find out soon enough. I do know that I do have an arc of Homebound by Meredith Trapp that comes out pretty early in the month. Delicate Escape, I have an arc for Delicate Escape by Cowles. I read that for a previous. I read Fragile Sanctuary for a previous new release vlog, so probably read it. Especially, I do like to do my arcs in these vlogs because then I talk about them more than just in wrap-ups or anything, and it gives me like an excuse to say, hey, I have this vlog coming out that's gonna have this book mentioned. Then the new Laura Pavlov book comes out, which follows Beefcake's dad. Why can't I ever remember his name? But Beefcake's gonna be a main character in it, and I'm just super excited, especially after the end of the last book. Rally by Devney Perry. I have been reading a lot of Devney Perry books in these vlogs, and loving them. Rally is a surprise pregnancy. I'm so excited. Northern Twilight, another surprise pregnancy by Samantha Young. Again, I've read other books in these vlogs. I loved them. Really loving the series. So, and more books that like those are a couple that are coming out. I feel like I'm missing some. Oh, one that I have on my TBR is my Uno TBR is Firecracker by Claire Foster. It's a love triangle, second chance romance. Following brothers, small town, like just some of my favorite things. So there are so many amazing, there's probably some I'm even forgetting. I think there's a traditionally published book by a Indigenous author, like an Indigenous romance, like Down with Ether or something. I'll put it right here. Like, there are so many good books releasing in August that I just cannot foresee me reading 5, especially because some of these are going to have fantastic audiobooks that go with them, and being able to listen to an audiobook while doing other things is just some of my favorite stuff to do. But yeah, stay tuned to see what I read, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Good morning. I'm 25% of the way through Homebound by Meredith Trapp, and I did not want to put it down. I started on the plane yesterday. I'm in California. I have to be very fast because I'm at my mom's school, and I don't want people, I don't want kids to be behind me. But yeah, so I'm 25% of the way through Homebound, and this follows Dakota and Wyatt. And Dakota is a female bull rider, and Wyatt is a professional hockey player. And 3 years ago, they were best friends, growing up, best friends. He spent every summer with her. And 3 years ago, she got engaged, and he decided to cut off contact because he's always been in love with her. And so, yeah, he cut all contact with her, and she is now mad. And now they're going to be training together because she needs to build up her muscles, and that's one thing that Wyatt has tons of. So yeah, I did not want to put it down, but I was like, I need to stop because I can't keep reading and not do an update. So yeah, that is all I have for now. I'm gonna go, and I'll talk to you all when I get to 50%. Hello, good afternoon. I am 50% of the way through Homebound by Meredith Trapp. I know I'm in a weird spot. I'm in my mom's bed. So sorry the lighting is awful. My parents' house has horrible lighting. But I am 50% of the way through Homebound. And Dakota is starting to realize that she might be looking at Wyatt a little bit differently. She's like securely placed him in the friend zone. And she's like gotten over her anger towards him. But they had a moment where she walked in on him in the shower, and yeah, she was like, oh, he's not the little boy that I knew. Also, she's totally in love with his daughter, and it's just adorable. So yeah, I am having a fantastic time. I'm loving it, and that's what I want to do. Let's continue loving it. So I'm gonna go. So I can continue, and I'll talk to you all when I get to 75%. Hello, good evening. I am 75% of the way through Homebound by Meredith Trapp, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. It is so cute. Wyatt and Dakota are fully invested in each other and being together, but I am a little nervous because her ex is back in town, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I'm having a great time. The way that she has fallen for his daughter Vienna is just so cute and sweet, and I know that there's gonna be a moment where his daughter calls her mama, and it's just gonna be adorable and break my heart all at the same time. So yeah, that is all I have for now. I'm gonna go and finish the book, and I'll talk to you all when I get to the end. Hello, good afternoon. I have finished. I realized I went to edit this and I never updated on the end of Homebound. I finished it and I gave that book 5 stars. I absolutely adored it. I read it in 24 hours. I was absolutely obsessed. The whole book, just chef's kiss. Definitely one that you should pick up. But I do have a really fun unboxing to do. I finally got my Dark and Quirky Elsie Silver set. So I'm going to try to do this one-handed. So this was an open pre-order that they did, and I put this as a birthday present to myself because I had gotten money for my birthday, and this was when I was struggling, and so I got this. So yeah, it has Dark and Quirky Presents Elsie Silver Chestnut Springs. This is my favorite series, so that's why. I put a little postcard from Wishing Well Ranch. And then we have Summer and Rhett. I think this is supposed to be Theo and Winter. Good. Because she's the only blonde. Bo and Bailey. Cade and Willa. Oh no, I don't know who that is then. Is it supposed to be? I don't know. Maybe it, I don't know. Because this is definitely Theo and Winter. Who am I missing? Oh, Sloan and Jasper. That's who that is. Sloan and Jasper. Okay. So now into the fun part. I'm open. And we're just gonna go. I don't have the plastic wrap off yet, but flawless. Oh my god, absolutely stunning. The sprayed edges make up this. And so I think the inside art is those pictures. Heartless, which I had seen because that was the one they had done Heartless before. Hopeless. Why did I do it this way? Hopeless. Gorgeous. Reckless, my favorite. I'm obsessed. And then Powerless. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, I can't hold them up. It's too hard. But I will do some B-roll of me opening them and showing the sides and everything. But yeah, Homebound was amazing. I'm so excited to finally have my Chestnut Spring series, and yeah, I'm gonna go and I'll talk to you all when I read my next book. Well, I have already read it. You'll see it in a minute. Hello, good evening. Afternoon. I am 25% of the way through Firecracker by Claire Foster, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It follows 3 characters so far. Bo, Shep, and Tessa. And Bo and Tessa are the same age, and Shep is a couple years older, and Shep and Bo are brothers, and they are Tessa's best friend's older brother. They are both Tessa's best friend's brothers. And they grew up together, and Beau has always said he's going to marry Tessa, but now Shep's back in town, and he might be a little interested in her, so we'll see how it goes. I'm intrigued. I want to know. I hate love triangles, because, like, I just want to know which brother she ends up with, because right now it could go either way. But, I mean, there's one I really prefer her with, but who knows. But yeah, I am enjoying it. It takes place in a small town on the peach farm, which is always fun. And yeah, it is very, very hot in my car, and I am suffocating, so I need to go. And I'll talk to you all when I get to 50%. Hello. Good afternoon. I am 50% of the way through Firecracker by Claire Foster, and I'm confused. Because I'm 50% in, and it says it's a second chance romance. And it's a love triangle. There's been like 2 chapters from Shep's point of view, and then the rest of them from Tessa and Beau. And I'm 99% positive she ends up with Beau. But where does the second chance come in? Because she's never liked him. He's always been in love with her. She's never liked him, and they're just now dating. So I have a feeling, which really sucks, because in 50%, this is how you're going to do it. She's going to leave because she doesn't want to live in their small town, and her and Shep are going to have a thing, because it says that they live together. They're going to have a little fling, and then she's going to get homesick and go home to Beau. That's my thought. But so I don't see how that's a second chance. I don't know, I'm very confused, but I am enjoying it. Like, I'm having a good time with it. But when I think of like the tropes that it said it was, like, it's really not that. And the author has made it obvious who she ends up with on her Instagram, so it's kind of weird. Like, if you really wanted it to be a love triangle, you wouldn't make it so obvious, I guess. I don't know. Especially, like, between 2 brothers. It's weird. I don't know. It is a debut, so I will say that. Like, it is very much, like, a debut, and you can tell, like, the author's getting her footing and stuff, but I am enjoying it. Like, I'm acting like I'm dogging on it, but I am having a good time. It's written well. I enjoy the characters. I'm just confused. But yeah, so I'm gonna go so I can continue reading, and I'll talk to you all when I get to 75%. Hello, good afternoon. I am 75% of the way through Firecracker by Claire Foster, and I don't even have words for how heartbreaking this book is. And yeah, I am gutted, and I'm intrigued for how this next 25% is going to wrap up. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to give anything away past what I've already said. I might do, and when I do my 100% check-in, do like a spoiler section for you guys to skip forward. But yeah, I am having a fantastic time with this book, and all I want to do is go home and finish reading it, which is what I'm going to go do. So I will talk to you all when I get to the end. Hello, I have finished Firecracker by Claire Foster, and I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I think I rounded it down to 4 on Goodreads, but I definitely see the potential there. But it was very much a debut. But I did really enjoy it. She made it very obvious who the third person, like who Tessa was going to choose. So it just felt kind of weird to have the love triangle. And to call it a second chance romance, I wouldn't do that, but it's fine. So I am going to put a spoiler here so editing me, don't forget. Because I will say, I was weirded out by them sharing her. Shep and Beau sharing her that, like, in the cabin, and like they were like weirdly turned on by the other one watching. Like, it was weird, it was creepy. Like, your brothers, you're a little too close. Like, it was weird. But so that was like my biggest complaint, was like I didn't enjoy that scene. But yeah, like I said, so spoilers over. 4.5 stars. Really enjoyed it. And definitely will read more. We'll read the other 2 books in the series. But yeah, it was great. And now I'm going to go to bed because I'm very tired, or get ready for bed. And I will talk to you all when I have read my next book. Hello, I am 25% of the way through Northern Twilight by Samantha Young. And I knew this book was going to be a ride. So this follows Louis Adair and Callie Ironside. And Callie is the daughter of Sloane from book 1, her daughter. So Callie has been through a lot. So has Lewis, because Lewis, he is the son of Thane from book 2 of the Adair family. So he had trauma from his past too. But so they grew up together and they were best friends, adorable, super cute. You saw them like kind of be friends throughout the other books. And then they like started dating, and you knew in the last book that they were like fully dating because she told Allegra, like, because she called Allegra Aunt Allie, and so she had talked to her about her and Lewis. And now it's 8 years later, and they have broken up. They broke up because he wanted to go off to London, and she wanted to stay in Ardnach and build a life and build a family and work at the bakery. And then she actually went to Paris for a couple of years to study at a patisserie there. And he thought that she went to Paris forever and that she was willing to go somewhere else for someone else, but not for him. But that was not the truth. She obviously went back to Ardnach because that's where she wants to be. She wants to take over her mom's bakery eventually and like live with her parent, like live near her parents and everything. And so the chapter that just ended was their breakup 7 years ago, and it was gut-wrenching. So, but yeah, now they're back. Like, they've met up. They have seen each other again for the first time in like 7 years, and we'll see what happens. I'm intrigued and interested and excited. So I'm gonna go and continue listening, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Hello, good afternoon. I am 50% of the way through, a little over 50% because I forgot I was reading it and vlogging it, but 50% of the way through Northern Twilight by Samantha Young, and I'm a little upset because one of the tropes in there said it was surprise pregnancy, and we're 50% in, and there's been nada. So, I mean, I'm assuming that it'll happen soon but he followed her back to Ardnach and was like, I am here to win you back. And then her like best friend was like, oh, I've always had a crush on him. I'm gonna ask him out on a date. And so like she goes and she's like, oh, we can make her jealous by dating each other, fake dating. And his sister was like, it is a terrible idea. Don't do it. She thinks that you're gonna fall in love with her by doing this. And so he's like, oh no. But the friend, so-called friend, told her that they were dating, that he had agreed to go on a date with her, and had told Callie that Lewis had agreed to go on a date with her, and she was like pissed off, of course. So yeah, I am enjoying it. It is really sad because obviously if you've read the series, you know what happened with her family, and some a-hole kids are teasing her little brother, and so he was kind of mean to her, and he said some really awful stuff that actually kind of made me cry. Because I didn't cry, but like it made me like choke up because it was really sad. Like he was so mean, and, like threw some like really terrible stuff at her. And the way that Walker, her stepfather, who's basically her father, stood up for her and was like, don't you ever say that about my daughter. I don't care if you're my son. Like, don't ever do it. Like, she is as much my daughter as you are my son. It doesn't matter. So that was really heartwarming and sweet. But I am dying in my car, so I'm gonna go because I need to turn the air conditioning on, and I'll talk to y'all when I get to 75%. Hello, good evening. I am 75% of the way through Northern Twilight, and the suspense aspect of this just came in, and I'm having a great time with it. Like I thought in the last part, she like had like a 3-week time jump. She realized she was pregnant from their hookup in London, and you know, now they're just like finding their way back to each other. They're taking it slow, but the suspense part just kind of moved things along a little bit quicker. But yeah, I am really enjoying it, and I want to continue, so that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll talk to you all when I get to the end. Hello, good evening. I am getting ready for bed, and I figured now would be a great time to come in here and talk to you about the end of Northern Twilight. I don't know, I just felt like switching up the positioning. I finished it all in one day. which is also why I wanted to like get ready for bed, because I figured it'd be perfect. You saw me in like the same shirt the whole time, so figured a different shirt would work. So yeah, I finished Northern Twilight and I am giving it 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. I think it's probably my second favorite in the series. My favorite is still book 3. Book 3 is probably my favorite. So I'd say book 3, then this one, book 5, then book 1, book 4, book 2. 1 and 4 would probably like flip-flop. But yeah, I just think book 1 has more, like, I remember that book so much. Like, I remember so much more of the plot Beyond the Thistles than I do of Skies Over Caledonia, other than Jared McCall saying my wife like all the time. But yeah, I loved this. The Lewis and Callie were just adorable, and it set up the next book pretty well, so I'm really excited for that one. But yeah, that is all I have for now, and I'm gonna go and I'll talk to you all when I have read my next book. Good evening. I am 25% of the way through Delicate Escape by Catherine Cowles, and I'm obsessed. It is so good. This is Thea and Shep, and if you read the first book, you know that Thea works with Ro at the nursery, and you kind of could tell, like, there's something about Thea, like, she's on the run from something, because she doesn't have a cell phone. She is paid in cash, like, doesn't want any type, like, there was a picture taken of her and posted somewhere, and she freaked out. Like, she does not want any sort of digital footprint at all. And Shep is Ro's brother. Of course, this is a family of, I think there's only 2 biological siblings, and the rest are all adopted. And so Ro was adopted by the family, and Shep was adopted by this family, and because of reasons. And so, like, Shep was left in a basket when he was a baby. And so he's kind of taken a liking to Thea, because he goes into the bakery every day. And he goes and visits his sister, because he runs a construction company. And he goes and visits his sister at the nursery to help with, like, landscaping things and ideas. And he's, like, kind of taken a liking to Thea. Well, Thea one day had a leak. A water pipe broke. A pipe busted. And obviously, when pipes burst, there are all sorts of issues that can happen. Mold, if it's not fixed properly, like, where did the leak come from? Like, lots of problems. So Thea's thing, her whole thing is, she's like, I'm gonna do it myself. And Ro was like, but you could make Moose really sick. Moose is her cat. And so she's like, dang it. So she goes to this other construction company to, like, help her, and he's not a good guy. Like, the owner is not a good guy. So she begrudgingly agrees to let Shep help her. And yeah, things are gonna go from there. That's about all I'm at so far. He's kind of like, he knows she's skittish, and yeah, I'm having a great time with it. I'm really enjoying it. And also, today while I was listening to it, I got the ALC. I think I'm becoming a couponer. I went to CVS, and they had all these deals on, like, makeup and stuff, and I ended up getting, like, $19 and, like, extra bucks back. So now I'm like, today was Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday, when coupon, like, ads roll over. So I'm like, what am I gonna get? I saw there was more makeup deals that I might have to try. Now, I'm not gonna be one of those couponers who has, like, a crazy, like, stockpile, because I just won't use it. I'm a single person. But, like, things like makeup and laundry detergent, like, I know I'm gonna use that stuff. Toilet paper. So yeah, I think I'm becoming a couponer. So, yeah. I don't know. I'll show you I'm not gonna show you my haul, because there's a lot of, like, personal feminine items that, I mean, everyone knows, but it's not stuff that necessarily needs to get shown on the interwebs. But yeah, that is all I have for now. I'm gonna go and I'll check you out in the next one. Hello, good evening. I am 50% of the way through Delicate Escape by Cowles, and I am absolutely loving it. So Thea has let Shep into her house, let him into her life, and because he found out about her past, she was at the bakery and she saw an article about Brandon, who was her ex, working on a movie in Oregon, and she freaked out. And Shep researched it and figured out that Thea was actually Selena. And yeah, he kind of bulldozed his way into her life and was like not forcing himself on her, but like forcing himself to like be there for her. And yeah, it's so cute so far. The owner of the other like restoration company is a total gross jerk bag. He's married and he's like hitting on Thea, and like he like does something very triggering to her at the bar, because Brandon was very like, he was emotionally abusive and would be like, oh, like he wanted to know about her like past sexual partners, and like if she was dancing or drinking, he thought that she was doing it to like attract men. That wasn't the case. And something happened at a bar, and Russ, I think is his name, acted the way Brandon would, and it triggered her, and Shep freaked out, but she calmed him down, and it was just, it was so good. So good. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. So yeah, I'm gonna go so I can continue listening to it, and I'll talk to you all when I get to 50%. Hello. Good evening. I am 75% of the way through Delicate Escape by Cowles, and every book has just gotten better and better and better and better and better. Like I was like, Fragile Sanctuary is gonna be my favorite. I loved this book. This book has blown Fragile Sanctuary out of the water. Like, Fragile Sanctuary is still amazing, still a 5-star book, but like, this one is just so good. Basically, Brandon, Thea's ex, showed up at the bakery or cafe, that's really what it is. And Thea was terrified that everyone was going to see his charm and be charmed by him just like everyone in her past was. And they all stand behind her and are like, hell no. And he's like, oh, it'd be horrible, like, if people knew how bad you guys treated a celebrity. Like, he basically was like, think again. And Sophia freaks out because she's like, oh my God, he's going to ruin everything. He's going to ruin, I can't think of the owner of the bakery. I can't think of what her name is. He's going to ruin her business, and she's worked so hard. She needs this for her son. And then she was thinking of like Shep and his business, and she's like, he's going to ruin Shep's restoration business and all this stuff. And it's like, she goes home to pack up because she's like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta leave. I gotta change my identity again, switch this all up, figure it out. And Shep comes home and is like, where you go, I go. Like, you're my home. And it was just so adorable. And she decides, like, I'm going to stay, I'm going to fight him. We're going to bring him down. So, yeah, I am having a great time with it. And I just want to go and finish it, which is exactly what I'm going to go do. And I'll talk to you all when I get to the end. Good morning. I have finished Delicate Escape by Cowles, and 5 stars, of course, a new favorite, absolutely obsessed. Of course, like, it's just, I don't know how every book has gotten better and better and better. Like, I'm scared to go back and reread, like, her older stuff, like her first 2 series, because I'm afraid that it just won't be as good. But I absolutely loved the end ship, and the twist, like who the bad guy was, absolutely shocking. Like, did not see that coming at all. When I read like the Tattered and Torn series, I could see who the bad guy was going to be from like the beginning, and these last couple books, absolutely shocking, like who these people were going to be. So I think it'd be fun to go back and reread and like see if there's like hints dropped. But yeah, absolutely 5 stars, loved it, amazing. Thank you to Catherine Cowles and her team for giving me an arc again. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, it's out now, so go check it out. It's amazing, fantastic, wonderful. And I'll talk to you all when I read my next book. Hello, good afternoon. I am 25% of the way through Beating Heart by Laura Pavlov, and I'm just absolutely giddy over this book. It is so cute. So this follows Nash and Emerson. And Nash is Cutler, aka Beefcake's dad. And at the end of Forbidden King, something happened with Cutler. And so it kind of set up what was going to happen in this book. And so he goes to the doctor. He takes Cutler to the doctor for his asthma. And there's a new doctor. And so the doctor that has been there forever, has been in town forever, is retiring because he's old. So Nash is grumpy about this, of course, because he's a single dad and has, like, he wants everything to stay the same. He doesn't like change. And Beefcake, of course, is all about this new lady. He's like, you're my girl. Like, he calls all of the guys his girl. All of the guys' girls his girl. And yeah, it's just adorable. Like, there's a dog. It's been so good. I am absolutely obsessed with it so far, and I'm gonna go continue reading because that's what I want to do. So I will talk to you all when I get to 50%. Hello, I am 50% of the way through Beating Heart by Laura Pavlov, and I'm still just obsessing over Sailor and Nash and Cutler and everything that is happening. It is so good. Still loving the interactions between the Ride or Die chat and everything that's going on with that. But yeah, I'm having a great time. And yeah, it's been fun and adorable. And Nash and Emerson are so cute. Emerson's, what was supposed to be her wedding day, has come and gone, and Nash has like made her forget about it, and she's not upset about the breakup of the relationship. She's upset about the friendship that was broken because her best friend slept with her ex-fiance, and so she's just upset about the friendship and losing that. So yeah, I'm having a great time with it, and I'm gonna go continue, and I'll talk to you all when I get to 75%. Hello, good evening. I am 75% of the way through Beating Heart, and this is a new favorite. Absolutely 100%. It's up there with After the Storm for me in terms of like favorite Laura Pavlovs. Absolutely obsessed with it. So yeah, something about these single dads, because Make You Mine was my favorite in the Honey Mountain series, and then After the Storm, and now this one. A single dad just does it for me, I guess. But yeah, I am absolutely obsessed. I'm a little nervous for what is going to happen with Tara, who is Cutler's mom, and when she comes to visit. And yeah, I don't know, but I'm excited to continue, and that is what I'm going to go do, and I'll talk to you all when I get to the end. Hello, good evening. I have finished Beating Heart by Laura Pavlov, and 5 stars, loved it, absolutely phenomenal. Just so good. And it set up the next series that she's going to write, her next small town. It follows Emerson's family, which there will be another single dad in that. Laura Pavlov's single dads are just superior, top tier, amazing, perfection. But yeah, It was fantastic. Like I said, give me 5 stars. The like third act complication made sense without like being overly like over the top, and neither character freaked out. Like they gave each other the grace to like understand and like work through it like on their own, and then work through it together. And it was phenomenal. I loved it. Beefcake is just the cutest. And yeah, so 5 stars. And not the only book left in the series is Haze, and I'm really sad about it, but I'm excited, and I'm excited for the next series. But yeah, I read 5 books in this vlog. I read Homebound, 5 stars. Firecracker, 4.5 stars, close to a 5 star, but definitely saw like the debut. Delicate Escape, 5 stars. Northern Twilight, 5 stars. Beating Heart, 5 stars. Fantastic. All winners, all amazing, all perfect. But yeah, that is it for this vlog. Definitely, if you have not picked up any of these, go pick all of them up. They were all great. Had a great time with them. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff. It really helps me out. And if you made it to the end of this video, leave me some sort of sea animal emoji. So like an octopus or a fish or something. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all this fun stuff. It really helps me out. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye.